I use as little plastic as I possibly can to help the environment and recycle as best I can.
To help the environment, I do quite a lot actually. I turn off the tap when I'm not using the water, I recycle, I reuse anything that I think can have another purpose.
I volunteer with a group called Permablitz, and they help by doing up people's gardens and communal gardens, and I also recycle.
To help the environment or reduce my carbon footprint, I try to recycle as much as I can. I try to, when I am driving, opt for hybrid cars, things of that nature.
To help the environment, I would say I use a lot of public transportation to move around.
There are a few things that I do to help the environment, and one of them is to always carry around a refillable water bottle, such as this one. I also like to carry around reusable bags, so when I'm grocery shopping, I can put all of my fruit and vegetables in those bags directly. I also like to compost, I recycle a lot, and I also try to use public transportation instead of a car as much as I possibly can to save energy and carbon emissions.
I try and help the environment as much as I can. I recycle as often as I possibly can, and my local council have set up a compost scheme where you throw all your food into a environmentally friendly bag and they take it away to be disposed of properly, which I think is really, really helpful.
To help the environment, I minimise plastic that I use, and I also reuse carrier bags.
In 50 years' time, I believe that technology will just be so advanced, we will not even be living on Earth.
In 50 years' time, I think there will be a lot more robots doing normal everyday jobs, and hopefully a lot less plastic.
In 50 years' time, travel will be a lot better, I think.
In 50 years' time, I think life will be much more technological. I think it's going to get crazier. I think there's going to be some robots involved. Yeah, robots, I think, is the future.
I think in 50 years' time we'll have renewable energy that is way better than the renewable energy that we have right now, and we'll probably all own electric cars that will help the environment.
In 50 years' time, we're going to have a nuclear meltdown. There's going to be no water or fresh air to breathe. It's going to be a disaster.
I think without the internet, we'd be a lot more isolated in terms of communities and countries and cities, and there would be a lot less passing of information down the line.
I think that it could potentially be good or bad. I think that there'd be reduced access to information. There's also the aspect of not having the same connections with people.
I think life without the internet would just be harder than it is today, because internet helps us with the connection between everybody.
Life without the internet would be so much better, as people wouldn't be brainwashed into negative things, people wouldn't be bullied online, people wouldn't feel that they have to be skinny or be a certain image to be part of the society they're in. Honestly, I do think that life would be better without the internet.
Life without the internet would be slower, more time to think, and more time to look at the flowers.
Life would still be good without the internet, but I do think that the internet gives a lot of information.
I actually believe that life without the internet would be slightly more closed off, because the internet has allowed us to build communications worldwide, and I think that that is probably the best thing that has come out of the internet so far.
Without the internet, I think there would be a lot less access to information and free education for a lot of people, because personally the internet has taught me a lot, but at the same time I think it has had quite a negative effect on people's psychology.
Life without the internet